Hello. How are we doing today, beautiful beings? Hi. What? Oh, that's the reflection from the camera. I was like, there's nothing on the board there, but it's the camera. I understand things. No, I don't. I've never once understood anything in my whole life, and that's the Tundra Katie Bean guarantee. Hi, Stars. How you doing? You feeling any better? I hope so. Oh, before I do this, we're gonna do a little project on stream right now because my glue is out here and it makes sense to do it while we're like chatting and catching up. I got a new notebook because my journal one is about to run out of pages. So for next month, next week, We're moving into this one. I say we. You guys don't really get to see my journal, but this one has like a lot more pages. They stopped making the kind that I have been using for like 3 years, so we're testing something new. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better. You had a rough go of it. Um, but I wanted to glue the little cute popsicle pocket into the back here, and I figured we could do that on our own. Hello, Grim. I'm doing a stretchy right now. I'm leaning away from the camera because your girl is wearing a crop top again.
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
They're just so comfy. But they really are not made for people with the amount of boob that I have. But I wanted to glue this into the back so I can put little things in it. It's so cute. I need to ask Lib where they got these because I want them. What would I use them for? I don't know, but I need to have a stack of them for my mental health. But I always have some sort of little pocket in the back of my journals to put stuff on. In. I know words. No, I don't. Hydrate. Doing that. Something nice about myself. Actually, Grim already knows this, but I'll say it out loud. I had a big rage yesterday because I lost my headphones. But instead of just continuing on the rage train and being obsessive about it, I was a little obsessive about it. But instead of continuing to be obsessive about it and just sitting and being angry the whole day, I actually used that energy to clean my entire room. So now I have a nice clean space that's way more organized than it was. I still didn't find the headphones, and I ordered some new ones and they shipped this morning, which I don't know where they went. I didn't leave the house. They were in my room, but now they're not there. They've left the planet to go save headphone kind or something. I don't know. But instead of just like sitting there and raging about it the entire day, I actually completed the stress cycle by doing a lot of cleaning, which was a much healthier way of doing things than I used to do them. So that's growth, baby. I've actually been very impressed with myself lately at how well I'm doing at, I don't know, allowing myself to feel emotions and then complete that process lately instead of just ignoring them, which is a lot for me because I wasn't really allowed to express or have my own emotions as a child. So we're doing better now that we're grown up. Look at us go. I know that the right way to glue this is like this, but the front is so much prettier. I think I glue it like this. This is the right way, and then I can tape that down when the journal is done. That's how I usually do it. We'll do it that way. I am a little worried about gluing this to the plastic because usually I do a little plastic sleeve in the back so that I can see what's in it. And if you use liquid glue, it doesn't dry. But since this is paper, I think that it probably will dry. I usually end up taping it instead of gluing it, but let's try this and see how it goes. Thank you. I've been working very hard at being better. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I've had like so much growth in the past 2 years. It's wild. Like looking at how differently I treat my relationships in general now versus then. Absolutely wild. And I know part of that is because I've lost a lot of stressors that I had 2 years ago. But like, wow. Wow. Come on, buddy. I know I never use this side of the glue, but you can do it. I believe in you. I always use the skinnier tip. This kind of glue tube is really nice because it has two ends that have different size nozzles? Is that the word for that? Probably. So it's very useful. And the glue is really good. Actually, I shouldn't talk about that on stream. Never mind. That has to stay a surprise, so I can't say anything. Well, I could say something probably, actually. Do I want to say that? Decisions. This is one of the difficult parts of being neurodivergent and a streamer is like I want to say everything that comes into my head all the time, but I can't do that. So like there's a project I'm working on which I use the glue for. And the problem is that the gift that I'm doing is for somebody who lurks in stream sometimes. So I shouldn't say anything, but I really want to. Hi Kuro, how you doing? That's crooked. Just a little bit though. I think that's right. All right. Chugging along. I've been having a hell of a week, man. I just PMDD hit me so hard this week, and it was not a good time. But my period started before stream. Like literally, I went to the bathroom before stream, and it was like, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" So hopefully, I'll level out a little bit for next week. Yikes! I'm taking a break. Um, I'll probably do some next week, maybe. But I do have to take breaks, otherwise, I don't know, my nails get mad at me. And I was having some chipping on them from where, yeah, I lined up with like a lot of people online this month, so I think we're all on the same cycle, actually. So it's funny how often that happens. Would you stay stuck, please? Okay, I think that's good enough. If I feel like it isn't sticking properly, I can always tape the edges too. I guess I'll close this so that it lays flat while it's drying. Yeah, I've talked about this on stream before, but I had well, I guess I technically still have a Nexplanon implant, which not having a period was great. The really intense suicidal depression it put me in that destroyed my body and my mind was not so great. But I have a line on some people to actually get properly sterilized, which is what I want anyway. So hopefully I can have the best of both worlds, i.e. not breaking my brain worse than it's already broken, and also not dealing with that at all. Yeah, that's totally fair. There was a while where it was brief, but there was a while where I was so stressed out that I just stopped, which was bad. That was like, I've had a lot of points in my life where I wasn't healthy, but that one was probably the worst, which is wild to say because that wasn't even when I was so depressed that I didn't brush my teeth for a year, you know? So it's almost like I have a brain that doesn't work properly. Wild. Wild. Okay, I still have not decided what color I want to do the hearts on this. Hi, Bewitch! The lipstick? And things can look like a penis. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Other kiss marks. Oh, this one? I guess a little bit. Although I'd be a little concerned. If your penis looks like this, please see a doctor. Just throwing that out there. But here, I'll move them apart so that you don't have here. We can do this way, maybe? Maybe that's a little better? No, it really isn't, is it? All right, we'll do this. I still haven't decided what color I want to make the hearts on this one, and I still haven't decided what color we're doing for the background on this one. I think I want to do pink, just because we don't have a pink background on the other two patterns. I did do the sippy and the nice things. Thank you, stars. I also did the stretchy. But for a pink quilt block, I feel like we're lacking like a pink background, so I think I'm gonna do this. We do have this, which is the plain color one, so it's not like not enough pink. I also, if we get these done and I'm still feeling up for it, which is questionable at this juncture. I also kind of want to start sketching a piece of art to go with my Tumblr post that went viral. I did post the same thing on all of my social medias. Um, but Tumblr, the burnout girlies really hit that one. So last time I checked, it was at 23,000 notes on Tumblr. I have muted the post because it made my notes completely unusable and people started arguing with me about stuff that I didn't even say. But I think that I want to make some art to go with that, which I was planning on doing anyway. But yeah, Tumblr really liked it. Have a good lurk, girl, and good luck with your patient. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, they really did like it. And some people were really weird in the notes. Not gonna lie. I blocked a couple people, which is normal for a big post like that. Honestly, considering how many notes that has, the normal to bad ratio has been very good. Um, and a lot of people were like very grateful that I said that. More than one person said they were going to talk to their therapist using that metaphor, which makes me feel really nice. Actually, let me read it out loud. Um, so that people who don't follow me on the socials know what the hell I'm talking about. So I did post this on Twitter. I posted it on Blue Sky. I think I posted it on Threads too, and on Tumblr. But this is the post. I've come up with a better metaphor than you can't pour from an empty cup for burnout. You can't boil an empty kettle. Pouring from an empty cup just gets you nowhere. Trying to boil an empty kettle can ruin the kettle, the stove, and burn down your house if you keep trying it. So I think I want to do just like a piece of art with a kettle on a stove that's burning that says you can't boil an empty kettle. I think it'll be I can speak. I think it would be a good sticker design, but also a lot of people in the notes have been saying they want to use that in their writing and in their art, so I'd like to kind of have something related to that. I also would use the sticker myself. So, and it would be really nice if the sticker company would actually make it so I could use my sticker cutter so I could just pop those out really fast, but of course not. That would be too easy. I'm not allowed to have everything be easy all the time. But I was talking to my boyfriend about, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but that came into my head while he was being very sweet and reassuring to me, and then it stuck in my brain and I couldn't get it out, so I made a post about it. Yeah, it's a good one, I think. It at the very least is helpful to me, which clearly it's helpful to other people too. But I don't know. A lot of people were being really weird about me not saying an electric kettle in the notes, which I thought was intriguing because I do use an electric kettle, but that isn't as good of a metaphor. It's almost like people don't understand what metaphors are for. Because, like, yes, you still can burn an electric kettle dry. There are a lot of safety things built into those that keep it from happening. But yeah, I know. I blocked someone on Tumblr because they said that I was purposefully confusing the Brits by saying a kettle was on the stove. And it's like, buddy, you're making up a guy to get mad at here, and I don't need to deal with it. Like, all right, you can go sit in the corner and be mad at that guy on purpose, but yeah, I don't know. And like I do use electric kettles, which reminds me, I absolutely made iced tea this morning and then did not refill the kettle. I need to remember to do that. Where can I put that I will see it after I stream and remember? Yeah, I know. It's silly. Like, you just want to be mad at somebody. That's fine, but I don't need to entertain you. You can go find somebody who's actually looking for an argument. I ain't got the time. I got shit to do. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like that thing where like pretty much every person I know who drinks a lot of tea in the US has a kettle, whether it's a stove kettle or an electric kettle. And then a lot of UK people, specifically British people, I think, will get like fixated on some people who use the microwave to heat up water and like throw a hissy fit about it and how they're ruining tea. And it's like, okay, number one, you guys stole the tea in the first place. This isn't really your culture. It's part of colonialism. You aren't the grand master of tea, even if you want to pretend to be. And like, yeah, exactly, Bewitch. It's so silly. Like we make all these false dichotomies to get mad about. It's like multiple things can exist at the same time. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like to be fair, the majority of the notes on that post are very, very nice. And I even got a nice ask from somebody yesterday asking to make sure that I was taking care of myself, which was very sweet. But like some people really just do not know how to behave. And it is wild to me. I did get like a lot of new followers too. It's wild. I think that they're probably going to realize that I'm not that insightful all the time and then leave. But like I'm often insightful, don't get me wrong, but I also really just use Tumblr as a spot for me to whine into the void a lot. Yeah, they do. And people have like I was talking about this with another internet friend. People have like this weird familiarity complex where they seem to think that being playful rude is something you can do with somebody that you don't know at all. And like, nah. Nah. Yeah, totally fair, Bewitch. It is really good for art. Like I follow a lot of artists there because stuff gets passed around continually, so you always have a chance of finding somebody that you really didn't know existed. And you'll see a piece of art from like 2013 still being passed around, and then you can find them on other platforms and see what they're doing now. But you aren't an asshole though, Grim. You say you're an asshole, but you really aren't. You're actually a sweetheart. You just have a very low tolerance for stupidity, which is valid. Like I'm not going to fully call you out on stream, but you for sure aren't an asshole to me. Like just think about your schedule next week. That's not something an asshole would do. Just saying. Nah, it isn't. You know it isn't. You like to pretend to be an asshole, but you aren't. You're cosplaying as an asshole. I think I kind of want to just do some really blotchy kind of sweeps in here. I may also be getting a headache. I did bring out pain pills in case I decided I needed them, but I didn't want to take them if I didn't need them. But I do think I'm actually getting a headache too, so I probably should head that off at the pass, so to speak. I've gotten like a lot done this week despite having a brain that's the worst. That's okay. One of the days on my to-do list, I literally just wrote survive. Um, and you know what? Surviving is still getting something done. So you did that. You got through it. So good work. I think I kind of want to do like that. See, that's work. Being present is work, honestly. That is definitely something that I struggle with too. Yeah, Grim, you're such an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole, says something really sweet. Come on, man. Nah, nah. Yeah, I feel like everybody has been having a little bit of a week, honestly. Oh, I'm scared, Graham. Eee. Well, I'm glad you aren't in the negative so far. Oh yeah, that's always hard, Bewitched, for sure. Trying to even the keel when you aren't feeling so even yourself is definitely work. So you have done something this week. It's just not something that you put on your to-do list, you know? We love cute sticker concepts. Grim, would you shout Bewitch out, please? Bewitch also streams, just in case anybody's wondering. Oh, I did. Did I tell you guys this last time? I don't even remember. It feels like it's been 3 weeks since I streamed last, but it was only Tuesday. I just had like some really dramatic days in there. But I did order stickers. Yes, I did talk about this on Tuesday because I was waiting to approve. / shout out, and then you can do at Bewitchcraft. Yeah, thank you. I should make a cheat sheet actually. I've been meaning to make like a mod cheat sheet because I just have a notebook where I have lists and commands written so that I remember what to do. I'm also a mod in so many streams that I forget which commands are for which channel. And I should make like a nicer version of that at some point. But I think that that would be helpful. I did send you guys that, right? I did make a Google sheet with all of my commands and stuff on it. Um, just because I thought that would be helpful. It's something I would like to have if I was modding, so that's there if you guys need it. And I can give you the link again if I need to. But yeah, okay, good. I have been keeping that updated. But I'm only organized on paper, just in case anybody is worried about that. I'm only organized on paper. It's not real. Because paper is my brain. I did ban some new people this week, which was fun. Sometimes you see somebody being so annoying in somebody else's chat that you're like, I never want you to show up to my stream, and then you ban them. I think I just wanted this to be a lot pinker. I decided I didn't like the swoopies. I just wanted it to be pinker. Like, I don't know. Curate your own online experience is very important, for sure. And like sometimes people are just really fucking annoying and you don't want to deal with it ever. Like, yeah, exactly. I definitely was modding another stream and I was like, tell me if this person crosses the line because I would have banned them already. I definitely just banned them in my stream because I don't want to deal with them. It's wild. Some people just really, this goes back to what we were talking about before. Some people really just don't know how to act. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. The band share stuff I'm a little hesitant on. Like if I don't see the reason somebody is acting funky, then I don't necessarily trust it because it kind of feels a little bit like call out culture to me. Um like there are some instances where I definitely will immediately believe people and stuff like that, but I've also been a victim of that a little bit of the ban list share, which is one of the reasons somebody else is banned in my stream, as a matter of fact. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But there was also a time when like the Twitch ban feature, share feature, would just like automatically ban people even if they had been originally banned as like a hee hee ha ha, which was not great. So I don't think it's a perfect system, but definitely not judging people who use it. Just to be clear, I'm just really the base there is that I have control issues. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Oh god, all of my joints hurt today. Super fun. But yeah, there was you guys want some drama? You want a little bit of tea today? This is way past overdue and I won't share like it's like it happened ages ago, but I won't share names. But people who are my mods and have access to the ban list could probably figure out who I'm talking about. Um, so at one point, there was somebody who was being really rude in a Discord. Like I'd helped them a couple times with some Pokemon stuff, and they'd been really rude and demanding a couple times. And so I gave them a couple chances, and they continued acting like that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna block them on Discord so that I remember that I don't want to help them again because this has been unpleasant multiple times now. And they discovered like maybe a year and a half after I'd blocked them that I had blocked them and threw a hissy fit about it. Grim was, I'm pretty sure Grim was like being kept abreast of this situation while it was happening. Um, but they showed up in somebody else's stream to call me out for blocking them on Discord, which is like way to prove the reason why I blocked you in the first place was that you were rude and didn't understand boundaries. Just throwing that out there. But they were a mod in another channel that decided to block and ban me off of everything because of that. So like because somebody else threw a hissy fit, I kind of got kicked out of another community, which was fine, honestly. But instead of like telling me that, the streamer just blocked me on everything except for Twitch and then would just ignore me when we were in mutual spaces. So instead of just being like, hey, I don't like how you handled this situation, so I'm not going to talk to you anymore, they just ignored me while I was being polite to them for like 2 years. And to be fair, they do still actively ignore me. But both that streamer and the person who initiated that are banned in my channel. So, But like it's yeah, exactly. Like it's childish, it's rude to the other person. And like I apologize to the streamer whose channel this happened in. I was like, "I'm so sorry that this caused drama." Like I'm not sure why it took them so long to notice in the first place. But apparently they tried to hold the other streamer like hostage if they didn't ban me a little bit. So they were trying to like be like, "Well, I'm leaving the community if you don't ban this person." Which the community that this was in is like that's not happening, dude. I'm like a founding member of this community and I'm part of the reason why the vibe here is what the vibe is here because I put a lot of time and effort into this area. And so basically the other streamer was like, "Yeah, that's not happening. Bye." Which is like wild because they are like a very sweet and very kind person. And if you get to if you get them to the point where they're like protecting a friend, then you're kind of fucked because it takes a lot of effort to get them there. But yeah, it was so stupid. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry that this made such a weirdly bizarre situation for you to have to deal with. That was never my intention. I just didn't want to deal with them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's just like I don't know what you were expecting to happen there. Like it worked in the other channel that I wasn't like super active in or anything, which like I don't I don't really miss it there. If I'm honest, I didn't even realize that I was banned from that stream for like 9 whole months. Although they were still in my like suggested channels thing. So fun fact, you can still suggest a channel on your page if they have you banned from their channel, which is like wild to me. That seems like something that should be fixed, right? So I had to go to their stream because I was like, ah, I have some time. I'll pop in there and saw I was banned and I was like, well, I guess I should take them off of my suggested channels then, huh? All right. Yeah, yeah. Oh God. There are so many people on Twitch who don't know how to act, honestly. Which I think is true of the whole world, just to be clear. Um, I'm considering deepening up some of the pinks on the lollipops a little bit. But I'm not sure that I really want to do that. I want to add shading. I said when I did this I wasn't going to add shading, but I kind of want to. I'll think on it. We'll see. For now, we can work on some flamingos. But I'm kind of just like, I don't know, I'm a polite person in channels, especially to new people who don't know the rules. So I'll say, oh, this thing that you did is something that we don't do here. So I kind of like act like a mod even when I'm not a mod. And I think that's why I end up being a mod in so many places. It's just because I try to explain the vibes because I don't know, I'm neurodivergent and I'd rather somebody just tell me the rule, you know? So I try to do that for other people and I generally always say hi to people when they come into the chat and stuff like that. Um, but there was one time where somebody had just come into stream. Like they weren't even like a new person, so they should have known this already. But they came in and immediately cursed in a channel that was PG language. And so Automod got them. And I had seen the message before Automod got it. So I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we don't curse here." And they were like yelling at me as if I had been the one who deleted the message, but I wasn't a mod in that channel. And so they were like, "Wow, I can't believe you would do that. I just said the name of a body part." And I was like, "I didn't do anything. I don't have the power here. I was just telling you why the thing happened that happened. That was an auto mod situation, buddy." It's like, sorry, I'm not the big evil bad guy here. Yeah, for sure. And they just continued to be kind of a rude snot, which I think is perhaps just their character. Which, like, get better soon, I guess. Not my problem. I'm kind of tempted to do yellow for the hearts. because we put yellow in the other two fabrics. So that might look nice. I think I'm going to paint the well, there's also going to be yellow on the beaks and the feet, so maybe not yellow. Hmm. Decisions. Yeah, I generally will go, okay, maybe you weren't having a great day or something, but here's why this behavior isn't appropriate. So I'll give like a warning and a why, and then if you continue being an ass, you're gone. That's just how it works. Like, I get that sometimes people just don't know the vibe and they're, testing the waters or something, but if you continue, then you're gone. And I also sound really scary when I'm mad. Um, there was at one point, very early when I started streaming, where somebody came over from Twitter and was doing the whole "Do you remember me?" thing because they literally just followed me on Twitter. And it was one of those like AI graphic design people. You know the type. And so I was like, okay, if you're here to self promote, we aren't going to be friends. If you'd like to start over from the beginning and say hello, then we can try and get along here. Yeah, fair, Bewitch. It's just like everybody's channel is different and everybody is different. So it's just like whatever you're willing to put up with. And I generally am an extremely patient person. But there are some things where I'm like, nah, you're done. Bye. Like if somebody is immediately antagonistic about art or something, I'm like, nah, nah. Or if you're doing self promo, that's another one that immediately pisses me off because it's rude. I never finished telling you guys about the stickers, did I? I said I don't remember if I told you guys about this, but my stickers have been approved, so I'm just waiting for them to show up. There will be 3 new stickers. Did I say that? I don't remember if I finished that thought earlier. I think I got distracted. Yeah, that's fair too. I've been modding on Twitch since 2016. Um, the mod tools have gotten a lot better, let me tell you. They have actually done a really good job at improving moderation. But I don't know. I just know where the limits are for me, and I try to adapt that to where the limits are for the people I'm modding for. Which means I tend to like let people decide for themselves. Yeah, for sure. The warning button is also interesting to me. I haven't used it yet. Maybe I should have the other day, actually. But I don't know. I may in one of the streams that I mod just like ask if I can warn somebody just to see how it works. Because I'm curious. But that seems like a good feature. Because a lot of times the like calling somebody out in chat causes a lot more issues than it solves, because then people get super defensive about it. So, oh no, Grim, I hope they don't make you do math in this one. Good luck. But yeah, it's gotten a lot better. I used to mod off of an iPad too, which is like modding on Twitch mobile should be its own layer of hell, honestly. It's real bad. I'm sure it's gotten better since when I was doing it, but hoi. Hoi vey. It was bad. Yeah. So I was often doing just the chat commands, like in chat, no buttons or anything. Not like it is now for these kids. Back in my day, we had to block people uphill both ways in the snow. Um, But I got really fast at typing out the chat commands. Really fast on an iPad. The way, and this wasn't an iPad with a keyboard either. So I was typing on the screen. It was, yeah. I don't think that's a skill I still have because I actually got a laptop, and I'm a pretty fast typer in general though, so. But yeah. Although there was a lot less problem with bots back then, like the follow bots and stuff. So, little bit of a different jungle. The jungle has changed. But how many streams have I modded for actually? Let me think about it. I'm not still a mod in all of them, but it was 3 the first round that I did. Now I as Trish Lib. I feel like I'm missing one. Who am I missing? I don't know. A lot is the short answer. At least 7. And I feel like there's another one that I'm missing. Oh, stars, duh. That's so stupid. Maybe it's the person in chat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so 8 channels that I've been a mod for over the years. And I've got 5 active right now. Well, technically 1 is still active, but the streamer passed away, so no longer need to mod there. But yeah, wild. I'm just like really trustworthy, I guess. I'm also good at following rules. So as long as I know where people's limits are, I'm like pretty good at keeping up on that. So, yeah, it's still not a good situation, honestly. I still feel really guilty about it. Great streamer though. She was so sweet. This was back when, it would have been 2015, 2016, I think. Where basically all that was keeping me alive was Animal Crossing at that point. So I was watching a bunch of Animal Crossing people, and Rainy was definitely my favorite. She was an older woman, like absolutely no nonsense, and one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And she was just like so focused on completing Animal Crossing towns in a year. She could finish an entire town in the museum in a year and do all of the achievements and stuff. It was so impressive. She was so organized and cool. She's actually the reason in my Animal Crossing New Leaf town that I finished the museum. She gave me the last art piece that I needed to finish it. But she was a breast cancer survivor, and her breast cancer came back. But it was when my depression had gotten so bad that I really hadn't checked in with anybody online. Like I had just disappeared off the face of the planet for a significant amount of time, and she passed away while I was gone. And I don't know. I still have some guilt over that. It's gotten a little better, but I wish that I had been able to handle that differently. I still message her on Twitter. Sometimes. Whenever there's Animal Crossing news, I'll send her a message. But she was just such a sweet person and just so nice, and definitely informed the way that I act in Animal Crossing spaces, and really in life, I think. She was just very kind, and I kind of adapted that. Really sweet person. But that's part of the reason why when they came out with amiibo cards for villagers, I spent a fair amount of money buying ones for really popular villagers that people would charge a lot for online. So I specifically bought a bunch of amiibo cards to undercut the villager market. So I got like Marshall and Meringue and a bunch of those Anka I have too. I got those specifically so that I could give them away for free. Because that's what she did. She never accepted anything for villagers. because she thought that wasn't how the game should be played, and I agree. So I've continued doing that like in her honor. And I actually have her favorite villager was Drago, and I have him on my New Horizons island. And he's never allowed to leave because I found him as one of my early villagers, like he wasn't one of the first three. I was filling a plot for some reason. I don't remember exactly how far into um the journey it was, but I ran into him like literally first when I went to look for someone, and I was like, ah, that's a sign. You're coming to my island and you're never allowed to leave. Yeah, I hate it. I really do. Like, people will charge real world money for an Animal Crossing villager, and other people will pay it, and I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't. You don't need to do that. Absolutely wild. Like the whole Raymond situation, insanity. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. I do have Raymond on my island. And whenever I get my okay, brain, pick a starting point and then we can go from there, okay? Um my plan with New Horizons, which kind of hasn't really been happening, was to get all of the villager pictures, which you can get if you get max friendship with the villagers. They'll give you a little portrait of themselves that you can like hang up. And so I have Raymond, and whenever he gives me his photo, I'm going to set him free into the universe because there's like 400 villagers that I need photos of, right? So I need to go through a whole bunch. But I keep giving him like really stupid clothes because I think it's funny. I gave him a maid outfit. I keep giving him pajamas to wear around the island because I want him to look like a weird little slob. I think he deserves that. He's too tight-laced. But like whenever he decides to leave, well, whenever I let him leave, he will go out for free. I won't be charging anybody anything. Like if you bring me a little gift, that's fine. But I just want to help people, you know? And perhaps we shouldn't ruin the game with more capitalism. Just a thought. Just a thought. Especially since like I don't know, Nintendo is so incredibly bad about forced scarcity, which they do on purpose with their um amiibo cards and literally anything else that they do, and it makes me really angry. But like we don't need to help them make that easier. You know? Perhaps we should just all be kind to each other. You know? One of my favorite things to do in New Leaf, and I really wish that they would add this in New Horizons, was go to the what were they called? I'm spacing. The like Tortimer Club Island where you could meet up with other people, right? So you could have four randomly connected people on an island. That was like the tropical island where you could get all the beetles and stuff. I would go there and just drop millions of bells on the floor and then wait until somebody else showed up to see that they were all there and then run away. That was legitimately one of my favorite things to do. I used to get like absolutely hammered and go do that for an entire night. Yeah, I haven't played as much, which is good, honestly, because like I said, Animal Crossing New Leaf was well and truly a life preserver for me. So whenever I'm doing like really poorly, I can tell that it's getting really bad if I want to play Animal Crossing, actually. So the fact that I haven't played as much is actually very good because it means that I'm doing a lot better mental health wise. But I do still sometimes boot up the island because I'm like, I need my bear boyfriend to be nice to me right now. Oh, actually, I have him right here. Look, this is my bear boyfriend. This is Groucho. He's my favorite. He's just a grouchy little boy, and I love him. He was the only villager that I kept the entire time in my Animal Crossing New Leaf main game. And now he's on my island. I refuse to go without Groucho. He's my baby. I don't know. I like them grouchy and tall a little bit. I have a type. hmm What are your four? Like, what's your favorite? If anybody has a favorite Animal Crossing villager, you should tell me. I want to know. There are so many good ones, you know. Um, do I want to color in the tips of the beads black with ink, or do I want to use watercolor? I think I want to use ink. So let's do that really quick. I'm gonna use a micron though. Because right now, who all do I have on my island? Let's try to remember. Those are both great. Yeah, I also really like Pearl, which is one of my dreamies in New Leaf that I never got, just because it's a knitting name, Pearl, and I thought that was so cute. But can I remember who all I have on my island? I got rid of Deirdre, didn't I? I have Apollo, I have Groucho, I have Drago, I have Stitches, I have Raymond, I have... Which cat is that? Tangy? Is it Tangy that I have? I think. One of the peppy cats. And... Oh, what's that one koala's name? Tia is so cute. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's cute. I love that. And Iggy. I have Iggy. The jock penguin. I love the jock penguins because they're talking about, oh, look at my abs, and they're just completely round. I'm like, you go, you funky little lad. Love that for you. No, it's not Tangy anymore. It's somebody else. Who's the somebody else? It's one of the rabbits. Who is that? Who is that? I don't remember. It's been so long since I played, actually. I don't know. I New Horizons does not hit the same as New Leaf did, for sure. They changed a bunch of stuff, and some of that is really good, and some of it is like really shitty. And they also, I just feel like, okay, so I understand why the game industry does this, and I don't agree with it, but they didn't release the whole game. They released like half a game and then added a bunch of other shit into it, pretending that it was updates, but really it should have just been in the game, you know? And I hate that. I hate this thing with constant updates. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not my vibe. I want to know everything I'm getting into at the start, which, yeah, I'm autistic. I get it. Fine. But, like, I bought the official guidebook um, for New Horizons, and because of COVID, it was a delayed production. So it came out a couple months after it should have come out. Um, and by the time I got the book, it was already out of date because they'd already updated the game 3 times. Which is just like, what's the point? What's the point then? And there were also like a lot of mistakes in it. A lot of mistakes that I found. Because I'm really anal and I make lists about everything. Because I'm just like that as a person. So I make lists of all the bugs and stuff and what seasons and when to catch them and then check them off. Yeah, Nintendo. I pretty much have stopped using Nintendo, honestly. Like for a while I was a big Nintendo girly and now they just like keep destroying customer relations and trust to a point where I'm like I don't even want to deal with you anymore. Like they always just to be clear, they did always have shitty business practices. They have always done forced scarcity and stuff like that that makes it really shitty. And yeah, so never discounting their brand name games and a lot of legal action against people who do emulators for things that they don't even support anymore and all sorts of stuff. They do things that are shitty and I'm not arguing against that. I'm aware that they're shitty for these reasons and have always been shitty for these reasons. But I don't know. We're at the point where they're starting to, in addition to those previous shitty practices, they're also starting to kind of do the gaming industry standard of paid DLC and releasing subpar games because they know that people will buy them. Looking at you, Pokemon. And it's just like I don't have the patience for this. I'm not paying $60 for a game that gives me migraines because you can't sort out your lighting properly and then refuse to fix it ever, even though you're releasing DLC for it that I have to pay for. Like, nah, bruh. I ain't got time for that. Also, their like return policy for their eShop stuff is like the worst in the industry, and I'm over it. Over it. They require you to do a phone call for it, which is ableist as hell. And which is why well, part of the reason why I'm still stuck with Cassette Beasts, even though they had a thing that, wow, I just really lost that sentence. That's gone now. Goodbye. But like Cassette Beasts had a accessibility function that didn't work. And so I would have liked to be able to return that, but because it's a Nintendo eShop situation, they don't just return your money, and they won't. You have to open a support ticket, and then you have to call a hotline that's only open from 9 to 5 Pacific, Monday through Friday. Which is ridiculous. Like, it's not the industry standard anymore, for one. And two, it's ableist because, like, what if I can't make a phone call? I am legitimately hard of hearing, and I have days where I really can't hear people on the phone. Like, it's just too much for me, you know? Which is ridiculous. So I basically, because of the way Cassette Beast was handled, I don't use Nintendo stuff anymore. I have a Steam Deck. That's what I've been using. And the return policy there is much, much better. So if I run into an accessibility issue, I can just return the game. And it's fine. And I don't need to call anybody. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that's my rant about Nintendo. Did you guys enjoy that? Are we having fun? This is not a new rant for me. This has been a pretty regular one, but hoi. Yeah, yeah. Why do why do I think that flamingo legs are black? Is that right? Sorry, I'm looking at pictures of flamingos. A lot of people draw them as yellow, but it looks like they're pink. Why did I think they were black? Hi Onyx, how you doing? My brain like really hyperfixated on being mad at Nintendo for a minute there, and now I don't remember how to be a person. Um, no people, only rage. Yeah, maybe like a purple will look good there, I think. Like a darker pinky purple. Let's do that. The beaks are pretty much like white though, with some pink in them. Seems like. So we'll just do that. That's fine. I don't know. Sometimes you find things. What is in my paint well? Is that a crumb? Wow. She's a little gremlin creature. Look at her go. Um, there we go. I forgot what I was saying. That's just how the day is gonna go. You know how it is. I think like kind of a bluey purple will look good. Kind of like this. It'll read a little bit like black on with the other colors we have, but it won't be. I may add a little bit more pink over top of that. But I think that looks good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, sometimes the things that look right are not actually accurate, which is something you learn about art. And really just existence as a whole. There is a hair on here. Stop it. Yeah, it probably is a thing where like somebody did it for ease of drawing or because the colors looked better like that, and then we all just kind of adapted it into our brains. Which like valid. It's fine. These are not sorry to disappoint you, chat, but these are not life accurate flamingos in case you couldn't tell. Um, I'm sorry if you feel that I've lied to you, and I understand if you want to leave now. But these are not life accurate flamingos. I know, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I should have been more upfront. I should have put it in the title. I just sometimes things fall through the cracks, you know? But I do think that looks fine. I still don't know what color I want to make the hearts, honestly. That's a very different color than I just mixed. That's closer. Maybe a paler pink. Hi, Shawnee! Orange might also look nice, actually. Maybe kind of a... I do have some orange in the other... The other thingamahoosit that we did last time. This. I do have some orange in here, so it might be good to put a little bit of orange there. I'll also probably do some coral colors in the lipstick. So that'll translate across a little bit. I think. Duncan! Those are just pretty sunset colors, though, too. Assigned by Snom. I'm probably gonna forget to remove that at the end of Pride Month, if I'm being honest. I guess this is the last stream of Pride. But we can have Pride year-round, I think. I just put that in for Pride Month, but like, I don't know, it's kind of fun. And I like hearing Snom. I like his little cry. It's so nice. So I might just keep it. Oh yeah, fair. I mean for the US, which is where I live. Where I'm cursed to live, perhaps. I keep threatening to move, but... Where am I gonna go? I might as well leave it, I think. We can have year-round Pride Snom. Do I want to do that same color for the beak? I don't think that I do. I think I want to make it a little bit pinker and then do like an undershadow a little bit. Like, I want a smaller brush for that. Actually, never mind. Hang on. Hang on. I've been working on another like little watercolor project in my free time. I want like that, I think. I think that will be good. Yeah. So I just have like, and it's like a really small thing. If you follow me on Tumblr, you might have seen a little bit of a preview of it. But that's a secret. Nobody tell. But it's like a really small project, so I have like all of my teeny tiny little baby paintbrushes out. Am I ignoring other work that I should probably be doing to do that? Yes, I absolutely am. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta chase the serotonin. I had an idea that I really liked. And it's not like I've been neglecting my other work anyway, so it's fine. I don't know. Running your own business and like being your own boss is like a lot of talking yourself down from being mean to yourself about how much work you're doing. Because at a certain point, it just becomes part of your routine and it doesn't really feel like work. At least for me, it doesn't. But I have been better about taking more time where I'm doing stuff that I enjoy and not just working. So, and not feeling too terribly guilty about it. There are definitely days where I'm like, well, I could be doing something productive right now, but like, rest is productive, you know? Can't do anything else without it. Yeah, for sure. And I'm not a good balancer just in general. I'm very much that person who gets going on momentum and then doesn't stop. Um, I've always been like that. And it's almost like I'm neurodivergent or something. Wild how that works. Yeah, I think kind of a pinky corally orange is the call here. I think you're right, Bewitch. I was considering yellow, but that feels too triadic to me. All right, we finished our coffee before the caffeine deadline. Look at us go. Okay. I do think I need to clean some space on my palette because we're a little messy right now. I'm trying to think about which colors of these that I really don't want to remove, and I think it's just this one that I'm still using on the other project. So I think the other ones are fine. I can move these a little bit and then have some space there to make a pretty coral color. I don't know what color that is. What are you? Why are you there? Oh, that's a different green. Okay, that's apatite green, I bet. Is she organized? Absolutely not. Let's go. Okay. We can do... I think just some hands of yellow and the opera pink will make a good orangey. That I'll like. I do have like orange on my palette, but I want one that's a little brighter. Yeah, that's what I want. That's the shit. All right. Flipping that art like a pizza. Let's go. I think I may even add a little bit more pink on top of that. Oh my god, there's a hair! Get off of there. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Rude. Yeah, I'm so excited to start in my new journal. It's that new notebook serotonin for realsies. Fresh notebook. Let's go. I've been so good about my journaling though. I fell off of it for a little bit. And like I could tell that my brain was worse when I was not using it, but I couldn't get started back up again. You know how it is. I'm sure you do. When you stop something and then like starting it again is the hardest thing in the entire world and it sucks so bad. Um, but one of the discords I'm in, everybody was trying to get started back into journaling. Like they were all wanting to do basically what I had been doing, which is like habit tracking and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, we're starting together. And I've been so much better about it. And it's wild. Doing things that are good for your brain makes your brain feel better. Did you know this? Did you know this? This is breaking news. But doing things that sort your thoughts out make the thoughts not so bad. Sounds fake, but it's real. So I've been way better about it, and it helps. It does. It helps. Yeah, I think just a little bit more pink on these guys, and that will be perfect. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can like go get my journal to show you guys what I'm talking about if you want. I don't think there's anything. Well, I share photos of my spreads in the Discord, so I use a lot of like shorthand so that none of my great secrets are released onto the interwebs, but I can go grab that and show you if you want so you can see what I mean. So I do like mood tracking and I do habit tracking for like morning routine and stretches and going to bed at a certain time that I know is better for my brain and stuff like that. But one of the things that happens is that because I'm tracking my moods and things that I'm doing during the day, I can tell what things are more triggering for me, and I can tell where um, certain hangups are in my own brain. Yeah, I'll go get, you know what, you guys can just walk with me and I'll go grab my journal, okay? And we can talk about it because I feel like that would be helpful. Ugh. Why is standing up like the worst thing in the world? Who decided that gravity needed to exist? I want to have words. Where is it? There you are. Okay. I guess I should grab these two. You can come along for the journey. But I'll show you what I do, and maybe that will be helpful. Because I have found it very helpful. So I've been journaling pretty consistently for 8 years, maybe. Just setting this out of the way so I don't get watercolor literally everywhere. So this is my spread for this week. And I can show you other ones too if you want. But so I do a breakdown of my day into 3 sections. So I track, each of the colors represents a different mood. Actually, I think I have one that has bigger shapes, so that'll be easier to see. Yeah, this one is good. This was like a really basic layout. So I have the different colors mean different things, and then I've started filling in the day with like the main emotion that I had. So like this green here is anxiety for me, and you can do however you want, but the different colors mean different things to me. And so the green is anxiety, and I know that it was because I had a doctor appointment, right? So I was nervous about that, so I was being anxious. And then I do the 3 sections, so morning, midday, and evening. So that, and part of the reason I do it that way is because my depression gets worse at night. Like at bedtime, all of the bad thoughts catch up with me a little bit. So if I was to fill out the whole day at the end of the day when I do my journal, the depression would color that entire day, right? Because when you're in that, it really feels like that's all you've ever felt. And so it kind of takes over. But by doing my thoughts throughout the day, like my feelings throughout the day, at certain times, it makes it so that I have to realize, oh, so I was feeling lonely and depressed at the end of the day here, but I definitely wasn't feeling like that in the morning, right? So it helps you kind of orient yourself differently so that you're remembering and realizing that you do actually have good feelings and it's not just, I was sad every day but Tuesday. um, and it also has helped me realize on days when I like hyper focus, which is what this yellow is, um, are days when I'm not spending time with other people. So Saturdays are the only day when I don't have a regular stream that I go to. So I sit and I focus on work. Um, and then I have something in the afternoon. I also have these little dots that are tracking people that I've talked to. So I have 3 major people that I talk to that definitely improved my mood. So I started tracking when I was talking to them specifically to see how it was affecting my mood. Um, and having a bigger calendar too of the month. Have I got anything on here that's god awful? No. Okay. Um, if you're tracking other situations, so like I had work and stuff like that, and you're also tracking moods and like your period or whatever, you can see that it you can see what patterns arrive. So I had a pattern, I don't think it's in any of these weeks that I have like nicely prepared to show other people, but there is a situation where I was having like really bad mood swings after a certain kind of activity. And so because I was tracking that, I was able to realize, oh, this is a catalyst for this. And then I can actually come up with a plan for how to fix that for myself in the future. So even if you don't think it's going to be helpful, trying it for a little bit really does help you see patterns in a way that helps you improve what's happening. Because I definitely didn't really think that it was going to be that useful. I was just like, people do this and I like coloring blocks. So let's just see. And then I actually noticed like a lot of different things that helped me improve my patterns in a way that was a lot better for my brain. I also track, so this row is doing my morning routine, which is like eating breakfast and brushing my teeth and my hair and that kind of stuff, and then doing stretches, which helps my back not hurt so bad. And because of this, I also noticed that when I did my stretches, my back was doing a lot better. And so it kind of reinforced that I really do need to do that. I track social media, art, and admin work, which is like just my work, because that's my job. I track meals, and then I do like night routine and bedtime. And then this is a medication tracker, basically. And again, the different colors mean different things to me personally. I just use my mild liners. I've been using these for multiple years, and you can tell because the box is just like non-existent anymore. Like I had to tape it all together. I've been using the same pack of these for like 5 years, maybe longer than that. They last forever. Especially if you're only doing little blocks like this. But it also helps for me personally to have like a pointed to-do list so that I can see myself actually completing things. And actually that one was a good example. And when I've done work on something but I haven't completed it, I do a little plus so that I know that I made progress on it and it wasn't just you didn't complete it, so that doesn't count for anything, which is also a weird brain thing. I also have spots now to write positives throughout my day, so things that made my day nice. And some days it's hard to find those things, but it can be so little, and then you can look back and be like, oh, actually, there were good things in the day. It's gonna be okay, So it definitely is a lot of like brain training stuff that I've done, but it has helped me a lot in the long run. And I used to, this was the journal that I started and then kind of fell out on, but I used to track more things. You can see exactly where I stopped tracking at the beginning of the year. So I used to do mood tracking on like a little calendar, and then the little colored dots are habits that I did. And I started doing weekly layouts because the month layout was like feeling really overwhelming to me. and like how much I've slept and stuff like that. But yeah. I have found it very helpful. It you don't need to do like a super fancy layout either. I just find it fun to do that. And some weeks I don't. Like the block one was just like the most basic thing ever because I was having a rough brain time. And so I didn't want to put that much effort into it. I just needed to get it laid out. Um but yeah, that's how I do it. It might be helpful to you too. And yeah, I'm very lucky that I have a lot of good people looking after me. Like Shawnee, for instance. Thank you, Shawnee. I will have some salmiakki. I kind of am feeling the menthol one today, if I'm being honest. So let's do that. I will have a little treat. And I will hit the mic. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. It's just attached to my face and next to my mouth. All right. I could shade the flamingos, but again, I don't think that's worth it. Thank you. Actually, so we can continue to discuss this because that's related. So the envelopes here and any of the ones with like a 4 um, items, I think it was the same on the um, not that one. I do like this one though. This one is the most obvious. So I've got these are meals, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then if I had something for all of them, I give myself a little treat. Sometimes I give myself a little treat anyway, but I have a little treat box to fill in. So I make sure to give myself a little treat. Yeah, it's hard to make it like a habit, you know, because like a lot of us neurodivergent people, we don't make habits the same way. But I connect it to other things that I do, and that makes it easier for me to remember to do it. So I do. Is there one of these that I can show that doesn't have like horrible personal information? Maybe if I cover some of it, actually. Here, we'll do it like this. So I do a little day layout, and sometimes it's the whole page and sometimes it isn't. I don't hold myself to filling in a whole page, but I'll do the day, I'll do my appointments, which is usually just streams that I should be at. I have a short to-do list for the day. And then I always do a morning check-in and a tarot card draw in the morning, which is part of my morning routine that also includes brushing my teeth and getting dressed and stuff like that. So because I've connected that to the other activities, it's easier for me to remember to do. And it's also just kind of like a nice little thing to do while I'm sitting in bed trying to convince myself to get out of bed. Yeah, I gotta brush those teeth bones, especially since I neglected that for a really long time and now they're a mess. But I find that doing just like a little morning check-in too is nice. Welcome back, Graham. I'm talking about my journal now. But yeah, so I find that really helpful to do too. And then the night routine is when I, again, brush my teeth and get my little tea and get into bed. But I also do a full write out in my journal. And sometimes, like, there isn't really much to say, so I write like 2 sentences and that's fine. And sometimes I write a full page. It's just whatever. I kind of just do a free write of what's been going on. And it kind of helps get some of the thoughts out of your brain before bed, you know? Oh, great. That's so fun for you, Grim. You're gonna love that. But yeah, and also, Bewitch, if you want to, like, I don't know, just talk about it sometime, my DMs are open, whatever. So just feel free to hit me up if you want ideas or anything. Or if you want an accountability buddy. One of the Discords I'm in has a journal channel, so we all kind of talk together about stuff like that. Grim does deserve a treat. You're so right. But yeah. If there's any more questions, I'm happy to answer. Just let me know. But I've been journaling like really consistently for a long time. It did take me a while to get back into it because um how do I put this in a way that isn't overly cruel? My privacy as a teenager was not respected a lot. So writing things down was really scary for me because it had been used against me in the past. But we got to a place of safety where I can actually do that. I still hide my journal sometimes, like where nobody can see it because I get nervioso. But overall, I've gotten better at that. I also do tend to use shorthand for people's names still. So I use like a first initial or something or nicknames just because it makes me feel better. Oh, do you guys want to see the prints that are in this envelope I used to block that out with? I got prints from an artist on Tumblr. I really wanted this one. I really like this one. But these other ones are really good too. A little kitty. And then this was a freebie. I didn't even pay for this one, but I got it anyway. It's so nice. Good artist. I can probably grab the link to put it in chat because they're on Ko-fi. Yeah, right? It's so nice. They did a poll on Tumblr about which ones they should offer. And I was like, I can't pick between one of these. It's like picking between children and it hurts my soul. Oh, I didn't even see the thank you card before. Look at that. Sweet. And their thank you card is cute too. I will probably hang that up. Mm-hmm. Um, it does say their username on the bottom here. I will type it out in chat because I have no idea how to pronounce it. I probably could pronounce it, but you guys want to know how to spell it anyway, I'm sure. But I can probably pull up their Ko-fi too. Because I'm pretty sure I got these on Ko-fi. Yeah. Here we go. There you go. That's that artist. And I like their arts. I've been collecting more and more prints because I want to do like a big ol' art wall when I get my studio set up, which is part of what I'm doing next week. I'm committing to finishing getting the carpet out of that room this week. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But because of that, I've been buying more art so that, which I need to get framed and stuff, but gonna have a lot of cool stuff on there. I'm excited about it. Because I definitely find having other people's art around me helps me feel more creative. So, because you look at things and it gets your brain thinking, you know? You know? Okay, I think this guy's done. I think I'm happy with that. So we can leave him up here, huh? Or over here. Since I said flamingos in the title, I feel like I should leave it visible. Next we get to figure this out. Have I thought about this at all? Not really. I think we're gonna do some purples and coralies for the actual lipstick color. For the lipstick container itself, I probably want to do a gold for the metal, which really means I'm just gonna do yellow, if I'm being honest. And probably this yellow. I might warm it up just a little bit. So let's just start there, since I just grabbed a bunch of yellow and started swishing it around. I don't think I'm gonna do like, again, much shading on these. I don't think it's that big a deal. If I was really like full on planning to make these into washi tapes, I might do that, but I don't know that I am, honestly. I do have on my list this week to maybe set up a Discord because I think we're getting to the point where it would be helpful for people for us to have a place to share links and stuff. Um, Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. Saturdays are usually my work days, but this week has been a little weird, so do have some plans tomorrow. But they're probably plans where I could also work on stuff. We'll see though. At some point though. It's on the list, so it'll happen at some point. But there's a lot of like intricacies with Discord that I don't really understand that I'm gonna need to look into. Just to make things a little safer for everybody. But that is something that I've been thinking about. But the reason I say that right now, see, because I could probably make a journal channel in my own Discord, and then we could all be accountability buddies together, huh? Do I want to do warm gray for that? I actually think Payne's gray is the right answer. So. Awesome stars. I figure basically we could also just share a Discord if you wanted to. We're both relatively little, but we overlap people a fair amount anyway. There's somebody, I don't remember who it is, but there's like a group of streamers, and I know one of them, where they all share the same Discord, and then you can like, I don't know, subscribe to certain channels or something, which is really interesting. Do I know how to do that? Absolutely not. But yeah. Well, we are very similar people, honestly. And we're both kind of figuring out stuff together. So we might as well, you know, support each other in that way too. Maybe I want to do one of these that's like the same color as the Deliciously Malicious lipstick color. That would be a nice little nod, I think. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're mods for each other too, so like we'd need to be in the Discords anyway. We might as well just combine forces. For sure. And weirder is better. We're better together. Sorry, I'm quoting BBC Ghost because I've been watching that repeatedly again. Still. It's still. I don't know why I said again. It's still. I don't know. I'm just so obsessed with it. Well, then it's a good thing we don't want to escape, right? I've been thinking about little clips from BBC Ghost that I could add for the like the sound redeems, just because I think they're funny. I am excited to get like an actual desktop so that I can use Mix It Up to do extra sounds. That's so funny. It's because you sent me that one thing about German ghosts. That's why. And then it was like, ah, she loves it. She needs to see everything about ghosts. I may actually try to watch American Ghosts. It's not going to be as good as the British one though. Like I know that in my soul. It's not going to be the same. And it's probably going to make me angry. But just because it's like it's different. It's like when they change a recipe of a soda or something, and they're like, it's the same great taste. And you're like, nah, you're a liar, bro. This does not taste the same. And everybody else is like, but it tastes the same. And you're like, no, it doesn't. You know? It's like how different water tastes different. And some people don't see that. And for other people like myself, it makes you insane. You know? It's like that. Whenever somebody tries to remake a show, It's not the same. It's not the same flavor. What happened to you? Why are you out of shape? You good, buddy? Okay. For sure, I want to do one of the darker colors like we did for the Deliciously Malicious art on here. I think doing a corally color would be good, and I think maybe doing a purple would be good. So I need to decide which is which. Because we've got like the 3B here, so we'll get one of each color right there. And then we have like a couple extras around the edges. So I think I'm just going to go for it and not think about it too hard. I think that's my current plan. I will say that I don't particularly like how the BBC Ghosts ended. I understand why it ended that way, but it was not to my taste. Does that keep me from rewatching it constantly? Absolutely not. So, but you know, you know. I must have touched this paper after I put lotion on because it is acting really weird. Yeah, the last episode is like good. Like it has good aspects. I just don't like the ending. And I think part of that is just because I don't want it to end, which can be evidenced by me finishing all of it yesterday and then immediately restarting it. I'm just like that as a person, honestly. Like, I'm not done with this yet. Restart it. Okay, I think doing this one this color too will be good. What time is it? I'm focused today. I did sleep better last night, which is good. Anybody who's on my Instagram or on Tumblr, I guess, saw that I slept like shit the night before. I got 3 hours of sleep, and a bitch was not feeling hot about it. But I slept better last night. Although the neighbors really have a bad habit of whenever, it doesn't matter when I lay down to sleep, but whenever I do, they're like, oh, we need to go outside and blow whistles and start the loudest car that has ever existed in the history of mankind right now. Otherwise, we're going to explode. But their kids yell a lot, which, like, valid. I'm not judging the children for screaming. Children can scream. That's one of their many rights. But they also got the screaming children whistles yesterday. And it's real loud, real loud. It's not as bad when it's cool enough that I can actually close the window, but it has not been that cool lately. I should look into seeing where I can watch American Ghosts, actually. I bought all of the BBC Ghosts because I'm watching it repeatedly, so. I keep thinking I need to watch a different show, but I can't decide on one. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I thought I needed to rewatch Bob's Burgers, actually. I haven't watched that in a while. I also kind of wanted to rewatch Brooklyn Nine-Nine at some point. But brain demands ghosts repeatedly, so that's what we're doing. I think I'm gonna want one different color right here. Maybe right here. We're gonna do purple for these two. What other color? Maybe like kind of nudish, dusty rose, vague color, perchance. I want this to be a little more muted for purple, I think. Just a little bit though, so it's a tiny bit of yellow. That wasn't what I was gonna do. That's fine. Let's try that again, shall we? On the thing that I was actually going to use it for this time. Huh? Put more purple on my palette. I've been using too much of it. I remembered something I needed to do earlier, and then I didn't write it down. What was it? Why am I like this? I know that I have brain doesn't remember disease, but I really hate it when my brain doesn't remember. Refilling the kettle, that's what it was. I remembered. I did it. I forgot, but then I remembered. Yes, watering kettle. I made iced tea this morning, and which uses the entire like kettle's worth of water. So I need to write that down somewhere. I was like, where can I write this down that I'll remember? And then I just didn't. We'll put it here and hope that I remember. It's not a huge deal. Like my brother will notice if it's not full, but I'd like it for it to be full when he needs it because he's having. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. He has a really busy week this week, and I don't want to add anything on top of that if I don't have to. Okay. These two, we'll have one of those here. Then maybe do a different color for these two. I wanted to do like kind of nude color. So let's try to mix something along those lines and see where we get. Something like that I think is good. Let's test it out, shall we? Kind of like a reddy brownie color, the kind that looks really, really pretty on black women. This is not a color that looks good on me, but not everything needs to look good on me. That would be so boring. I think doing that color again up here would be good. And then this guy, I don't know what to do with. It's almost like I didn't think through the pattern very well and just started doing stuff. Which is such a valid way to live your life, honestly. Don't worry about it. I can maybe do kind of a dusty pink for that one and it won't look too bad. Which I need to decide how to mix that. I could also do blue, but I don't think that would be the right tone. Let's see here. Let's pick up the most massive amount of pink paint ever. That will help for surezies. Let's try that to mute it a bit. Nah, I don't like that. Like that. We'll go with that. I think that's pretty much our our fabric pattern's done. Oh, my leg is asleep. Hooey. Wake up, please. Okay. There is more like detail work I could do on these, but I don't think it's really worth it to me this month. But that's our patterns. I think they look nice together. I think I'll probably do the big pieces in the middle out of these two and then do the smaller ones on the outside with these. I'm also going to take a pain pill now because I meant to do that earlier and then I promptly didn't do it. It's almost like our brain don't work. Yeah, I have so much fun doing these, honestly. Like, I thought I was going to get bored of it and I was going to run out of ideas, but I'm actually having a hoot. And honestly, one of the fun things, so I asked in Rainbow's community about what other people thought of with pink, because pink is not one of my colors. Um, so I was kind of running out of stuff, and people came up with ideas for me. So the lipstick is one for sure from Rainbow's community, because it's really nice to just walk up to somebody and go, "What does this color make you think of?" and see what people come up with, because it's always something different than what I would think, right? Mm. Brain blast. Sorry, I need to write an idea down. You guys don't get a no yet. It'll be fine. Okay. I've started brainstorming for next month's color already. And I have some ideas. We'll see how many of them I manage to get done. But okay. We finished this. There's one more thing I want to do today, and that is start figuring out how I want to make that kettle design. But first, I'm going to take a quick break and run to the bathroom and do a little stretch-a-rooney, which means I'm going to run some ads. And you should avoid watching the ads because we don't like letting capitalism win. But I do like getting an extra 3 cents a month. So, um, So I'll run 3 minutes of ads. You should feel free to use this time to take a break for yourself. Get up, have a little walkabout, grab some water, a drink, a snack, a little tweet. You could go look out a window or look at something farther away than your screen is, because that's good for your eyeballs. And sometimes if you look outside, you get to see a creature, and that's always a good time. Um, so we'll all take a little break together, and then we'll meet back here in a few. Okay? All right, I have returned. I hope everybody got a good little break in. Well, not a break in, but you got a break into your schedule. You know what I mean. Let me pull out my sketchbook so that we can do some sketches. Do some little sketches, shall we? Do I want to sketch on this page? I think that might give away the color. Let's do the next page. Okay. You're dry. You should be all the way dry. Yeah, but I'll put you on top anyway. I should take a photo of those before I forget, actually. Let me do a this, shall we? Okay. There we go. So, kettle. We need a kettle. Oh, that's the teeny tiny one. I don't particularly want that one. I don't want that one. Too many pencils. I need this one. Thank you. All right. Can you see where I bent like a bunch of these pages? And I'm kind of annoyed about it. The other project I'm working on, one of the pages is just like a bunch of notes on that. And I left that open and then threw a blanket on my bed and it folded the pages. And it annoyed me. But you know what? It's small beans. It's just a sketchbook. It's not a big deal. But I need to figure out what kind of kettle I want to do. Because I definitely want to add some like intense flames around the bottom of it. For sure. But like you can't really see that, can you? I sketch so light when I'm first starting. Let's make some really decisive lines, huh? That's good for us. So I want definitely like a bunch of flames coming up off of the bottom. My immediate thought was a specific kettle item in Animal Crossing. Like there's a really specific shape for one of the kettles that's kind of like, let's see if I can remember what it's like. It's kind of like long, then has like a higher up spout, kind of like that. And the one that I have has like a little flower design on the side. I was thinking that might be a good shape, but I don't know that that's as recognizable as like the rounder ones, you know? So like the kind where you'd get like a bright colored or a brass kettle that's kind of like this shape, you know? That's kind of more teapot shaped. I love how I just searched kettle and all of them are electric kettles. That doesn't help me. How dare you? Let me see if I can find the item I'm thinking of in Animal Crossing, actually. It would help if I could type. Okay, cool. This one is the oh no, that's not the one I want. Is it Simple Kettle? Yeah, this guy. So like this was my original thought, where it's kind of like a little taller and kind of triangular. And with like some sort of pattern on the side, I think, and then the flames coming up around the sides. Have I ever actually burned a kettle dry? No, I haven't even burned a pot dry because I have anxiety and so I check in on it every 3 seconds. I should put this pen back with my journal before I forget where it is because it's in a weird spot and that will make me really angry. So let me figure out this shape, huh? Let's figure out a shape together. Kind of like this. It's got a little bit of a foot to it, so it goes in and then does like this. And it has a second, like, I don't know what you'd call this. Second, like, bubble line up here. But I don't like that as much. I like it on the bottom. I don't like it on the top so much. Let's just kind of do like this. I guess a lip. A lip is probably the right word for that. Hey, love. How you doing? Then we can do like a popped up top here. I think maybe the reason why I think of this kettle specifically when I think of one on the stove is because my great grandma had one like this. Actually, childhood memory unlocked. She also had like a really old school coffee grinder, like those wood ones. That was really cool. So let's figure out this shape. I think it needs to go in farther. Right there. We have where the big handle goes, which goes up top. Kind of like this. Just make that shape. Pretty good. Better than I have been, if I'm being honest. This week has been rough. I don't know, a lot of people have definitely been having a rough week this week, but I was feeling it. I'm doing a bit better today, which thankfully I have a lovely little community who's very nice to me. So maybe this is like a little bit too big. Well, maybe not. We want to have like a handle up top. Kind of. It's not wide enough. I love, like, I know that you really shouldn't use the copper cookware because there's difficulties with them. I mean, there's difficulties with every kind of cookware, but they do look so pretty. My grandma has a big, like, hanging pot rack in her kitchen, that has like a bunch of copper stuff on it, and it just looks so nice. I think I have a photo of it up on my Flickr actually, from going there ages ago. I took a bunch of photos when I was down there. Kind of like dips in and then back up. Kind of like this. I may end up doing this design digitally because I think I'm going to want to play with the colors a fair amount on it. This is also like hella crooked, but we're just sketching to get the vibe down. And I think that actually should be up higher. Kind of like this. That isn't quite right. But it's close. Oh yeah, that's really bad. It's been warm here, but like warm for us, but not nearly as bad as a lot of the other places. I think maybe that just needs to go flat sooner, and then that's a little bit better. Then I don't know what kind of design I would want on the side. Maybe I end up, well, I kind of want maybe like burn streaks going through a design on it. But we'll want to do like, let me, all right, I'm sipping, I'm sipping. Yeah, for sure, love. For sure. Thanks. It's from a TikTok. I have for my hydrate commands, I have a couple different videos of cats scratching in front of a water glass like that because I don't know. I just think it's really amusing. And then there's also a Vaporeon plushie getting water poured on its face because we can change it up every once in a while, you know? Excuse me, I am so sorry. That snuck up on me. That was probably really loud. Apologies. It's allergy season, in case anybody was wondering. There we go. That's a good image to get the vibe. Um, okay, good. I'm glad. I did try to make it a little quieter, so I probably made a little squeaky sound. Um, I'm glad it wasn't too loud. I always worry about that because like the mic is attached to my face. So even though I like turned away from the mic, that doesn't actually fix anything because the mic moves with me. I did cover it, like I put my hand in between me and the mic, which makes it a little quieter. Let's do kind of like this maybe. Maybe some fire coming up through here even. We can get kind of the idea down. I don't know, big sneezes are fine, in my opinion. I don't know, my mom did like the weirdest, tiniest little sneeze in the world with like the biggest windup in the history of mankind, and we always made fun of her for it. But like if you sneeze with your whole chest, as it were, I think that's good. I don't think you need to have a cute sneeze, honestly. But I probably have been influenced by my mother's sneeze because she did like a huge, huge little wind up, but she didn't want to make noise when she sneezed. So she'd do like a huge wind up and then go because she'd hold all the sound in. And it was so weird. Oh my gosh. Full on screaming. I don't know what kind of design should we have on here to express distress. Or maybe we don't want a design on there at all. What do we think? And I think I'm torn between saying you can't boil an empty kettle and stop boiling your empty kettle. Because I think a reminder is good based on the vibe of the post that I made. So, like, you can't is more reminiscent of you can't pour from an empty cup. But I think a lot of people could use the reminder to stop boiling their empty kettle. You know? I'm a little torn. But I do like this shape. I think it makes a nice uh, shape, design, shape. Let's just say the word shape 30 times in a row. That'll get the point across. But I think it makes a nice focal point there. So I think I put stop right here if I'm doing it that way. Maybe stop boiling your kettle dry. Do we like that better? Or stop boiling your empty kettle. Kind of like that. And I think we're going to end up having like soot streaks up the side here too. So it would cover a design a little bit if it was on there. But I kind of think putting like a happy design there that is then marred by the fire and the smoke is maybe a good idea. Maybe like a sunflower, that might look good. Or maybe that's too much yellow and orange. I do want to make the fire pretty orange here. Maybe a sunflower. Or maybe just a bright color. Let's then distort it a little bit. Choices. I hate making decisions. And yet, that's all I ever do. Oh, I meant to clean out my coffee mug when I got up, and then I did not do that at all. They do love shrimps. Shrimps are pretty rich. That's a good song. I did write down shrimp as an idea at some point. We'll see when that happens. Shrimps is bugs. So true, bestie. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that design is good. I think that's a good solid point to start out. I need to decide on the wording. Exactly. It's such a good song, legitimately. It's a bop. I don't know. I don't know that I really have any more work to do today, but I kind of don't want to stop streaming. So maybe we're just going to end up putting a bunch of stickers in my sticker book right now. I don't know. I need to decide on the wording, and doing the wording is always the hardest part. Shrimp heaven now. Let's do some stickers. Okay, I'm keeping one of these for myself. I already mailed one of these to a friend because I don't have any chill. I've never had any chill in my entire life. I have some of these. Put those in there. I already have one of those in there. I have one of those in there. I think my address is on the front of that envelope, so I need to be careful. Oh, this needs to go in my extra sticker file, which is in a different room. Same with these, actually. Well, I'm keeping the heart one from Trisha because she's not doing those ones anymore. But this one can go in the extra pile. I have a little organizer thing, like one of those index card holders. Oh, that's my address. You don't need to see that. This raspberry usagi drew this for me. I'm gonna hang it up. I'm so excited about it. I have stickers in here. I have stickers just everywhere in the world, honestly. I have bought so many stickers this month. I don't have a sticker problem. I don't. The only problem I have is I don't have enough stickers. Where's that other bag? Here it is. More stickers. I was saying something and then I got distracted. Oh, I have a little one of those like index card file holder thingies that I keep all my extra stickers in, and then I can just look in there to toss a sticker in when I write a letter or something. And it's nice to have little extras. I also have little notes from artists because a lot of times when you buy stuff from artists, they'll put a little note in saying thank you, and I keep all those. There's Raspberry's business card that I should also keep. Yeah, I'm excited too, Shawnee. I'm glad you won one. I got really excited when I saw your name get drawn. These are Usagis. Those are from Milktooth. This one's going to be a gift. Ooh, I'll throw that one on the ground. Okay. I think this one actually goes nicely on here. Well, maybe not. I have like, I wish that, I actually don't know if this company sells those, but I would really like to get one that has like reorganizable pages so that I could like add new pages into places because I have like the gay area page and I'd need to move like all of my stickers in order to make more room there and I just don't have that in me, being honest. So, do I have anything that goes nicely there? Not really. I guess these little guys could go there. Yeah, this one belongs with the ghosts, I think. Throw off the trappings of the mortal flesh, embrace chaos, says this little dancing skeleton. I also think the other one is good too. It says, I'm fucking out, dog. I think that can go on this page too. I do think that at some point, maybe I'll hold off and we can do like a bunch of them um, around my birthday, but I do want to do some more sticker giveaways. I am going to have new stickers soon, so I should definitely wait until I get those in, I think. But yeah, that's fair, Shawnee. That's fair. P.O. boxes be expensive, though. I say as somebody with a P.O. box. This is like my favorite sticker in the world. I have two of these. This is the second one because I asked the artist for another one. The other one is right here, and it's on one of my containers. Because being a nuisance is my love language. Well and truly. If I like you, you're never going to hear the end of it, honestly. I annoy the hell out of people. Like, I say that. The people that I like don't find me annoying. Please don't yell at me. I use these words to I don't know, describe it even though I know that's not how they feel, but it's how I feel. I like being annoying. It can be considered a business cost, absolutely. So you can claim it on your taxes if you're, keeping track and running business out of it. Like to be clear, but maybe this guy goes here actually. Just a random tooth. Feels like it belongs with the skeletons. I definitely got my P.O. box in a year where I hadn't been keeping track of business expenses. I'm doing it this year, but last year I definitely didn't keep track of anything because it felt too overwhelming to start in the middle of the year. So I'm doing better with that this year for sure. Um, Let me see. I don't really have like a Pokemon page that's open. So let's start. Let's start one. Actually, I need to save the Oshawott because I'm sending that one to somebody else. The rest of these are for me. Yeah. I've done a lot better this year. I have like a binder with all of my business expense receipts in it, and I've been keeping a whole spreadsheet about it and everything. I'm so on top of it. I'm pretending I'm on top of it anyway. We'll see if I actually did everything I need to do. Yeah, for sure, Shawnee, for sure. It's not really friendship unless you look at something like a horrible meme and go, "Oh God," that dealt you psychic damage, and then go, "Oh look," to somebody else. That's just how it works. Same goes for puns that are painful. Just how it is. Oh, I moved that big one out of the way. I shouldn't have done that. I want that to go in here. It's going to take up like a whole page, though. Exactly. I had to see this, now you do too. Get our little teapot boy. He's so cute. Yeah, for sure. The edges of these really don't want to stick on this paper, which is fair. I have more skeletons. This one is so shiny that it like hurts my eyeballs, if I'm being honest, which is why I keep covering it up. But like I do have some other skeleton ones, but I don't think they'll fit on here. So we're gonna make another skeleton page, even though that's the third set of pages that have skeletons on them. I just like skeletons, okay? I like bones. This one is also very shiny and frickin' gigantic, but I really like it. This is by Rose Solarian, who I've talked about. I opened all of these on stream, so like, you know, if you was here. But I'm actually wearing one of Rose's shirts today too. Look at that. It's so bright and colorful. Yee, good. That's a real patella slapper, Shawnee. Because I think, yeah, unless I move that one down, but I think I'll leave that for like smaller stickers that will fit there, and I'll put this one on the other side. Yeah, she does, not she, they do, they? I think they're on they. They were he, him for a while, but now they're they, I think. I've been following them for so long that I've gone through multiple pronoun changes with them, and I forget sometimes. I'm not trying to be mean, I promise. But Ro is a great artist who I've been following for like a really, really long time. And they do like such cool, bright colors in all of their art. Highly recommend a follow. They still have a Tumblr, but they don't use it anymore because they got hidden from searches and stuff like that because they do queer erotic art. So, and you know how they be on the Tumblrs. Okay, you go down here. But the first thing, this is what this sticker is from actually. Their webcomic, You Plus Me, YU Plus Me, which is a gay little webcomic that I really like and lives in my head rent free at all times. And helped baby Katie realize how fucking gay they were. So we stan. But yeah, their art is so fun and I love it. I have their tarot deck too. I think I'll put this one on this page too. Yeah, I know, I know. Okay, I'm gonna put this one here. I think I'll put the You Me sticker on the other side. If it has brought you joy, it has meaning enough. This one was what I wanted, not that one. And I think me putting that in the middle of the page was maybe a little bit stupid. Because I do kind of want to put this over here somewhere. Will that fit there? I think it will. Because I'm keeping one of these for myself, but I intend to give the other ones away as little gifts because I think it's very cute. And I'll probably buy more of them, actually. This is a lib sticker. Wait. Where did I just pick you up from there? I think I did. Does this fit here? Yes. I have not. I do if I'm putting them on like my water bottle, but those are all my stickers, so I don't feel as weird about it. I have trimmed like the Dave sticker, this one. I did trim the top so that it would fit in here better. But I didn't like cut the art off, you know? But I don't know. Unless it's like really necessary, I don't want to trim them. Because I'm not going to trim as nicely as they were already cut, you know? Okay, it's time for gay page, everybody. Are you ready? You ready for more gay? If you aren't ready for more gay, then I think you might be in the wrong stream, honestly. Like, no judgment, but we gay here. Mood. There we go. All right. I love these little chows. They're so cute. I was never like a big Sonic person, but
Katie, I love you, but I'm encouraging the bad decisions. If it's a bad, like, do it. Fucking do
I
it.
actually might make bad decisions later, if I'm being honest. What I should do is do the dishes today to be nice to my brother, but I might legitimately just lay in bed and play a video game for the rest of the day because my usual stuff is not happening today. And I have the evening to myself, I think, so I need to keep myself occupied. But maybe, I guess I don't really have an audiobook to listen to right now. I do have a book that I need to read for book club. I love I love that this one's hugging itself. It's so cute. I love that expression. It's so cute. Usagi made these, Raspberry Usagi, who also streams on Twitch and is just niceys. Maybe I should look and see what my library has available. Well, libraries have available right now for audiobooks. Yes, everybody support your local library. You can even support other libraries. That's allowed. I have my local library, which is a little bit smaller because, Alaska. And then I pay $50 a year to the Queens Public Library to access their digital collection, which is a really good deal. And I like being able to help another library. And then I also have a card with the, what's their proper name? I don't remember. The queer library that Joy keeps fronting for. I don't remember what the name is. Queer Liberation Library, is that right? QLL? I don't remember. Don't remember disease, sorry. But yeah, libraries are great. And Libby is really nice, the app that most libraries use now. Because you can like just scroll through stuff that's available right now. So that's how I ended up reading Pride and Prejudice finally, was because there was an audiobook version available on a day when I was just looking for something to listen to. Which like I don't know, that scene with Mr. Darcy, that must have been like such a wild thing to experience real time happening, you know? Cuz like that slam dunk is epic. And I don't know how you would have survived that if you couldn't immediately talk to one of your friends about how hard he got slam dunked. Honestly, because I was just sitting there, even, however many hundreds of years later, just going, oh, to myself in my bedroom while I was working on something. Okay, let's see. This envelope is empty. I can get rid of that. We're cleaning up a little bit. Just a little bit. This is just a business card at this point. It's a thank you card. I will keep that. This is also a thank you. I could put these in here somewhere, but I kind of like keeping them to send to people because they're cute. I cut out the one with a knife and sent that to Grim. Okay, that's trash now. We're cleaning up a little. Cleaning up a little. I really should empty the back of this too. I need to make a better system for keeping my my little thank yous and stuff. Okay, that's for Calibros. These can go in here and I can organize those later. I need like a little file folder to keep that stuff in. Okay. We've done stickers. We've done a sketch. We finished our artwork. I think perhaps it's time to call it. And I will go stand in the kitchen and do some dishes. for a little bit, which is not particularly a fun thing to do, but it is a thing that needs to get done. And it will make me feel better for having done it. So I can think ahead to the future. So maybe I can find a streamer who can body double me while I do that. That seems like a good idea. I believe Rainbow is live at the moment and is working on art. So thank you, Shawnee. I don't want to put those away. I want to leave those out because I'm using them for a different project, which I should be able to finish today if I have the minute. But I might finish it tomorrow too, because I'll have time then. I don't know. I also need to try and get stuff done now before my brain completely melts out of my ears and before my cramps get worse. That is also something to think about. Thanks everybody for being here. I feel like we had some really good rant time today, which I think is good for all of us. I think we all need to rant a little bit more often in a safe environment where we know that it's not that serious. I got that sketch done. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. That is just a constant, especially when I'm out here. Because when I'm sitting out in the living room, it's either because I'm streaming, which is like 6,000 million things to do at once, or it's because I've come out here to talk to my brother about something. Yeah, for sure. Our dishwasher is broken, so like usually I just put things in the dishwasher and I'm really good at doing that as things happen, which helps a lot, but since it's broken, we're hand washing all of our dishes and have been for a significant amount of time. And that's harder for my brain because you really need to stand in one place and do the thing, you know, which is more difficult than like moving around the kitchen and spot cleaning in various spots as you pick up dishes and then putting those dishes in the dishwasher, right? Yeah, totally fair, Shawnee. The top shelf in our dishwasher is broken too. Like not full on broken, but we've had to replace some of the hardware in it at least 5 times because it's made out of plastic that really wasn't meant to do what it's being forced to do. It's almost like planned obsolescence is a thing where they want you to break something so that you just buy a new one. It's almost like that. Wild, huh? But yeah. It is. The problem is capitalism. I still haven't decided on a sound for that. If anybody has a good idea for a sound for that, you should let me know. Because I don't know.
One place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space. I think I should also add gaze in space, perhaps, as a sound alert. I'll write that down in my ideas channel. Maybe I'll write that down in my ideas channel if I can find it. This one. We'll see if I remember what gaze in space means another day when I run into that again. Did I have something else to say? Probably. Do I remember what it was? Absolutely not. But I should clean the kitchen. It will be good. I did make iced tea already today. I made both a full pitcher of caffeinated iced tea to have over the next couple days, and I made 1 serving of herbal iced tea for me to have when I sit on the deck and read later tonight. So there you go. Yeah. She's vaguely functional, or at least she's pretending to be. Look at her go. Yeah, I've been trying to like sit outside more often, even though the mosquitoes are god awful, but they aren't as interested in me as they are in my brother, so I'm usually okay. But for the herbal iced tea, I did a lemon rooibos with a little bit of ginger in it, so I think it's going to be a really nice little cup of tea at the end of the day. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I don't know what though, which means it doesn't count. Okay. Let's see. This can go away now. Yeah, I saw that too from that one native beeswax farm company people. But I've found that those beeswax lotion, I don't particularly like lotion bars. I was gonna go on a whole longer sentence that just boils down to that. Yeah, I'm not quite so bad for that. My brother though gets eaten alive all the time. Theoretically, there's something where mosquitoes really like type O blood or something. Like I heard that a lot growing up, which I don't think is true because I have type O. And like they do find me vaguely delicious, but it's not nearly as bad as my brother is or other people. So usually when I'm out, I just stand next to my brother and it's fine. Maybe he's O negative. That's a possibility. I'm O positive. So maybe that's a difference? I don't know. Or maybe I'm just the wrong kind of stinky for a mosquito. Mm. He does eat a lot of bananas, Johnny. He does. It's true. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure it also has to do with like stuff you eat and stuff like that. I don't know. But I'm not near as delicious as he is apparently. And I have been reliably informed that I am pretty delicious. So, um let's see. I should pull up Rainbow's stream. That's a thing that I should do if I'm going to raid Rainbow. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't particularly like bananas. Like, I need to be in the right mood for a banana. And that mood is very rare. I need to be at a point of desperation to actually want a banana. Hey Al, you came in right in time for me to end. Good morning. Because it's not 6 a.m. for me, that's why. And to be fair, I do split my time so that I have one early morning for me and one later in the afternoon so that people can come at least once a week. But I try to split that specifically because I have friends all over the world. So, okay, that's loading. Let me switch over to the ending screen since we're gonna run away. We can telegraph that that's what's happening now. What am I forgetting? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, it's 1 in the afternoon for me now. I should also eat lunch, actually, is a thing that I should do. I hate eating lunch. Lunch is the worst. It ruins everything. It's just the momentum killer. Words and stuff. Stars very helpfully has put the raid commands in the chat. The first one there is emotes that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter if you're subbed or not. The second one has an emote that you can use if you are subscribed to this channel. So pick the one that is relevant to you to copy and paste to go and bother one of my friends. We're gonna go bother Rainbow, who is just a sweet and lovely bean and does really cool colorful art. I believe she's working on the sub drawing today. So we can go look and see if she's added me to the sub drawing. She is on a break right now, which... When did she start? They've already done the battle royale, so should be fine. But we can go bother Rainbow today. Rainbow does cool art and cool stickers and is just generally a sweetheart. She also really likes the color pink and actually helped pick out the pattern, well, the the pattern focuses of the quilt blocks we worked on today. So all around good. Did I do the thing? Is it not showing? I didn't push enter, that's why. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. Um, so I will see you all next week. Tuesday will be our next day. That one is probably going to be a shorter stream because I do have a book club that evening, so I'll need some time to decompress before I go and rant about why I hated the book that we read. Again, I think maybe I'm a book grouch. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of and be kind to yourself for yourself, please do it for me because I think that you're awesome and deserve nice things. And that includes from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let me be the little cheerleader in your head that helps you treat yourself better, okay? Love you guys, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.